Hello, welcome to your third tutorial on this balancing equation worksheet number 1. We've gone through number 1, that was the first video. We've gone through number 9, that was the second video, and now we're going to go through number 13. I've already written number 13 on your handout, not on the handout, on the board. And I've already set it up, so hopefully you've already done that too, at least being able to do that on your separate piece of paper. If you want to do that also on scratch paper too, however you're able to do that, again, third time I'm going to remind you, use a pencil that has an eraser. That will make your life a lot easier. So, you could probably just glance at this and see, oh, there's no way that that's balanced because we've got 12 carbons and 1 carbon. So, real quick, this is sugar, this is oxygen, this is when you burn sugar in your body, you make carbon dioxide and water. So, that, if you're remembering, you need a little review on how to do some of these identifying a type of reaction. That is a combustion reaction. Anytime you combine anything with oxygen, you get carbon dioxide and water, it is combustion. That's a little backside note. Alright, we've got C12. So here we go, let's count them. We've got 12, we've got 22, we've got 11. What else am I missing? You got it. So this is supposed to be 13. Ding, 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 ding. There's your little bit of a sign. You've got 13. That's where we're going to get a little tricky because if we have 13 oxygens, that's going to make it really difficult to balance something that is an odd number. So that should be like a little bit of a thinking, park that in the back of your brain that maybe that's going to be a little tricky because we've got an odd number, not an even number of oxygens. So on this side we've got, as I said before, we've got 1 carbon. Here again, we've got an odd number. Remember what I said in the last video, make sure you look at the entire equation, especially when you're looking for oxygen. Oxygen's going to be in many different compounds, so you might end up needing to make sure you're counting everywhere. So we've got oxygen. Oxygen we've got 3. 13 and 3, absolutely unbalanced. And here we've got 2 hydrogens. So, we've got 22, we've got, so, this is where we have to step back and think, alright, maybe we can just try this out. We can try the one that is not an odd number first. It really doesn't matter which way you go first, as long as you start somewhere. You can start here, you can start here, you can start here. Doesn't matter. I recommend that you leave oxygen usually to the end, or any kind of monoatomic molecule or monoatomic atom on its own. So, until the end, but I'm going to look at hydrogen, because I know that I can put 22 times what, or 22 divided by 2 is, or 2 times what is 22. So, if you've already figured it out, it is 11. So we're going to put 11 in front of that one. So now we've got 22 hydrogens. What happened to our oxygens? So we've got 22 hydrogens, put 11 in front of there. Now how many oxygens do I have? I now have 13 oxygens. Check that out. So there's where you're like, oh, sweet, it is an odd number. Sometimes when you balance one thing, the other thing will balance on its own. But we still have another thing that's going to mess us up. Yep, it's our carbon. So we've got 12 here, we've got 1 there, so we need to put a 12 in front of that carbon. So now that's going to change our number a little bit, again, as you might have figured out. So we've got 12 carbons. That's now, our carbons are balanced. Our hydrogens are balanced. Wait a second. Did you see it? So that is a really common thing for you to do. You're like, sweet, everything, but you only applied this 12 to that carbon. So now, how many oxygens are there? So here we've got 11, and 12 times 2 is 24. So now we've got 35 oxygens. Got 35 oxygens. So, ding, 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 there is our odd number. The odd number is going to throw us off. What can we do to make 35 here, 13 here, and 35 there? So where we also have to, okay, take a deep breath. Like, okay, I thought everything was actually going to be okay. And then you're like, wait a second. I've got an odd number of oxygens here and odd numbers of oxygens there. So this is your quickest route in order to do that. So if you remember back to maybe 3rd grade, 4th grade, this might be a trick you knew, but anytime you have a odd number, subtract it from an odd number will always make an even number. So if I have 21 and I subtract 9, that will equal, you got it? 21 minus 9 is what? 12. If you got 33 minus 7, you've got 20. 26. You got it. So there's just like a little thing there. So here we've got an odd number. Here we've got an odd number. So 35 minus 11. What is that number? 35 minus 11. We've got 24. It's an even number. And we've got an even number there. So those even numbers, check it out. So if we have 35 here, you've got 11 there. 35 minus 11. So we've got to get this number of oxygens from 13 up to 35. So now this is how many we have left over that we need to figure out how to balance. That's why we, again, reminder, that's why we're going to use that O2 as our last thing. So what times 2 equals 24? Or even better yet, what is 24 divided by 2? What number can we put in front of there? You said the number 12, you are correct. So now, 12 times 2 is 24, plus 11. 11 plus 24 is 35. So that means now our coefficients here would be 1, 12, 12, and 11. So that means for every 1 sugar, I need 12 parts oxygen, which we're going to build on when we see each other again we're going to build on Thursday. So we will actually finish up our mole stuff. So if you end up feeling like more confident on this, awesome. Go ahead and finish this extra credit assignment. This one, which this also gives you some more details. If you are feeling like you understand it better, great. I'm super excited. If you don't still understand what's going on for balancing equations, please watch the other videos I suggested to you on the handout. And if you still need more practice after that, please come see me on Monday from 3:30 to 4:30, which is an extra tutorial that I'm offering next week on Monday. I'm canceling a meeting for you. And then I also have always my B-Day, 7 a.m. Love to see people at 7 a.m. because then you can make sure that you're getting the grade that you want and that you're also passing the course. So if you still need help, still one-on-one, please do a little practice. I have a key for you that is actually that the sub can help you out to make sure that you understand what you need to do. Actually, I take that back. Turn in what you got and try your best. Thank you again. Hope you enjoyed my weird, interesting video attempts.